Hey guys, Tarek with CycloneFPV. It is, what's the day today, babe? Thursday, February 17th, 2022. It is a nice day outside. It was raining earlier, but it's not now. Anyways, I got a student's drone here. He was in the drone class, and I guess it's after the class is finished, the semester's over for him, and they had a problem with this. So they asked me if I'd look at it and see what's going on. So let's go ahead and check this out. It looks like things have got chopped up a little bit. Looks like the antenna on the receiver is chopped up. Okay, so we're gonna open it up and see if there's anything broken, if anything needs to be started. I can already tell that there's wires that are cut, but there's a few things I figure this may help you guys. Anybody who's working on a drone like this one, or who just, could use some input here. Let's see, they put the antenna at the bottom here. We're just gonna pull that, disconnect this. All right, so let's put the top plate down. Screws on the top plate can go here. Okay, so the first thing right off the bat I'm going to tell you is this thing is crunched down. Like, whoever's done this has tightened this so hard that VTX board is just now sitting on top. So you definitely have some components touching there. But let's continue beyond that. Let's see. We have a damaged XT30 connection here with an exposed ground. We have zip tied and taped and everything over here. So let's go ahead and start cleaning this up. We're gonna just take all this off, and I may just convert this and just resolder it for him. Let me get my soldering iron on. So we're just gonna unwrap everything. All right. Okay, so that being said, you start cleaning this up, which is really what I enjoy doing, is taking something that's kind of been hodgepodged and see if we can make it better. So we're going to take this off here so I can get to the screws for all the mounts. Let's start cleaning this up. But that VTX is pressed way I mean, it's literally laying on top of the flight controller. So you've already got problems here. If you haven't fried it yet, you're very close to it. And at the same time, you're sitting right on top of the gyro. I mean, this isn't the way it's supposed to be done. So let's go ahead and try to clean that up too. Alright, so there we go. Now we've got the fasteners out, so let's get the VTX off. Okay, you see, it's just all laying on top of each other, so we got to fix that. Outside of that, though, now what we can do is let's go ahead and unscrew the camera here. I don't feel like trying to feed that off of the holder, so let's take this one off and put this here. Let's take this one off. Put that there. All right, now the camera's out, so we'll set that aside. Now we can start looking at everything here properly. Okay, so first thing we'll do is we're going to go ahead and clean up the wiring here. So we're going to take, let's do this. This is one. Ooh. Two. Yeah, this isn't the way. I'm not really sure about the soldering here because it looks like it's been done over, and there's quite a bit of solder in here, so we're just going to go ahead and clean that up. Okay. Let's clean up the where the S bus is, or the receiver, I mean. And then let's get this next motor wire out. Okay. I'll take this one out now. All right. And the last one. Okay, so there we go. All right, now we can look at our board here, see what we've got. All these unnecessary cables out. There we go. Okay. Now our board, we can remove it and we can start looking at it. All right. So let's clean it up. We've got a lot of extra solder on here that doesn't need to be here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the soldering iron, kind of melt it, and just kind of pull it off. Just like that. Put it back in the tip cleaner here. All right. Okay. There we go. Good. I think everything's looking better already. So, and then next thing we'll do is let's just go ahead and find a small capacitor. I think I got one laying around here somewhere. I thought I did. Well, I'll find one. I don't know where it is right now, but one will fall in my lap at some point. All right. So with the board clean, ready to go, let's take our frame. Let's get this off here. All right. Get the other screws in here. Hold these together and then we'll flip it over just like that. Okay, so now we got this going. Let's see how long these wires need to be, because we got a bunch of motor wire here that's just way too long, so we're going to clean that up next. So let's take this and just kind of twist it up, I guess. Here. Okay. we go. Let's do the last motor now. Okay, now we take these out, right? And then you can now get some heat shrink. Twist these. You doing okay, Mama?
I'm gonna run and drop.
Are you heading out?
Yeah.
Okay. You need my keys?
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot I could get 5 more hot arsenics.
5 more what?
Hot arsenics.
Okay.
I think I can take them themselves.
Did you take the receivers out already?
Well, what about the box that he is giving back to us?
Yeah, you can use those too, but I mean, just make sure we have the receivers.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna cut these in half. See if that should be that should be sufficient. I basically want to try to hold the wire twisted at a good, at a good angle there. Let's go ahead and we'll start with this. Let's start with this motor right here. So I'm gonna flatten the wire out so I can get a good twist on it, just like that. Okay. Then I'm just gonna grab it on this end and just gonna twist it. Make sure they twist evenly. There we go. Gonna slide this over just like that. Okay. Get my watch off because I realized it just gets in my way anyway. All right, we'll feed that down just like this, so that once we heat shrink it, it'll actually hold. The doors on my car?
Yeah.
I think so. There we go. Okay, so now we know it can unravel beyond that. Right? And now we can really cut these down because this is still very long. So I'm going to just cut them in this order. So we're going to go 1, there we go. Then we're going to go, we'll just take 5 millimeters longer for each one. So 1, and then 2, and then 3. That's about the average, 5 mil difference. There we go, just like that. Okay. So now let's get the wire strippers. Here they are. 1, 2, and 3. Let's flux these up nicely. Let's tin the wire. All right. All right, now we're going to twist these back up. And they are all going to be at a length that we know exactly where they go. So for 1, wire 2, and wire 2 and wire 3. Okay. Now, you heading out, babe? All right, I love you. Drive safe. Don't talk to strangers. Okie dokie. All right, now, to make it look even nicer, we're going to go now and... hey, babe, can I ask you for a big favor before you leave? Will you please run to the cutting room and just grab me one of my rulers? It's near the computer. I want to measure this to be identical. Sorry, babe. Okay, so as soon as that gets here, we're going to put some tape, and we want to make sure it's the same length throughout. We want consistency in these builds. That's the one thing that is extremely important, is that we have consistency. Thanks, Mama. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Appreciate you.
No. All right, I love you.
I love you. So you take this length here. The width is going to be, sorry, the width is about, let's just say 7 mil. So multiply 7 times 4, it's going to be 28. So we're going to do 30 mil. Let's do 30 mil. Lengths of 30 mil, okay? Nah, we'll do 7. You know what? We'll do 7 times 10. Why not? Get a good wrapping on this thing. So we'll do 70 mil. Okay. So then we'll come in. Start at the bottom here. Make sure we're wrapping the heat shrink that we just put. And then you'll be able to go around it a few times. It should end somewhere near the bottom. I just don't want it to end on the top. Oh, good. End on the side, actually. That's perfect. So you see how much cleaner that is right there, right? So let's do the next one. We'll start with this one next. Okay. So we'll take it, twist it up. Take our heat shrink. Get it down to about right there like that. What? All right, Mama. Be careful. Love you. Just gonna go ahead and do the other motors now, so I can get all this kind of done here. Twist it up. Okay, and then the last one. All right, done with the heat gun for now. Everything's just sitting there. Let's do the next. Let's tune the next one up. So we're going to start here, and we'll take the first one here. Keep it short, like that. Okay, so we'll cut this one. We'll cut that one more. Still be long, but we'll see. All right, so let's tune them up. Okay. That one ended up on top. I cut that one a little longer. Oh well. All right. So there's two. I need to clean this one up actually. So I was trying to tin it and hold it at the same time. That's not going to work. So I just didn't want to put the wires down and have them unravel. But what's happened is my tinning on this last wire was not that good. So I'm going to go ahead and retin it because I've got strands coming off of it, and that's one thing you do not want to have. So take that as a lesson. No shortcuts. I tried, didn't work. All right. The rest of it looks good, so we're good there. That's two motors looking clean. Okay. So let's go to the third. All right, we'll pick one to cut right here, one to cut right there, and one to cut. Well, actually, 1, 2, and let's see. I'm gonna start with this one. I may just do this one only. So I can see if we can get even closer with these. Okay, I don't know why this is still on here. Let me see if I can get this one off. There we go. One. Let's tin this one up. There's two. There's three. Put that here. Tape that one. Okay, and now we have the last motor. So it came out good, came out good, came out good. Let's go over to here, and let's see what we're working with. So we'll take this one here. Let's cut this one just like that. I was like, what? My tweezers weren't grabbing because that plug was getting in between it. I didn't see that. Okay, so we'll put another spacer down there because that's touching that tip of that screw. That's not going to end up good for anybody if that doesn't get fixed. And then let's see, we're going to take this one. Let's cut this one here. Okay. Let's take the last one, flip that around, and we'll cut that one right here. All right, now let's go ahead and do the tape one last time. Alright, there we go. Everything looks like it's sitting nicely. Let's get the tape out here. Let's clean up the bench a little bit, just so that we don't have too much trash sitting in here. Okay. Now, one thing I did mention was that the screws are hitting the bottom there, so I'm going to put these rubber standoffs, or these little spacers, right underneath. So 1, 2, 3, and there should have been a fourth one, and it probably is rolling around here somewhere, although finding it might be a little bit harder than you would hope. I'll find another one, so let me just get this lined up. This is not going to be any fun. I should have done this before, but so just make sure if you're doing this that you do it before you. Oh, good God! Hold on. I'll just do it while it's like flat. Okay, there's one. Two. 3. And we'll throw our last one here. That should take care of it. Now we'll verify that now. Yeah, it looks good. I don't think it's going to cause a problem. I'm going to see the side. Well, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it like that because at the very least I can make that work. Let's twist this all up now. Make sure this is set. Make sure this is good to go. That's for our camera. All right. I said I was going to find a capacitor. So now I'm going to find a capacitor. Watch over here. And I know I had a little bit of them. Be right back. 1 second. Okay, so we've got the capacitor now. It's not the one I mean, this is the one I want, but it's not. This is coming out of another kit, so now I gotta find that capacitor. But for right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get this capacitor put on here as well. So we're going to get this ready. All right. Okay. And you know what? We'll just take all this off and clean it up. Holy moly, that's nasty. Alright, so I'm going to end up cleaning this for a minute because there's some shredded wires in here. So I'm just going to scoop that that excess just off. I don't care if it hits the table because I can get it off the table, right? Alright, now with that done, that little kit also came with an extra set of wires, so I'm going to use that too. So we'll wire up a new XT30 and also wire up the new capacitor. Alright, let's tin that up. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's take the capacitor. I'm just going to drop it on top. There you go. It'll melt right in. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. So that's done. Let's take this excess here. Cut that off. Looking good, looking good. All right, now we need to get the VTX. So the one thing about the VTX, one of the problems that we had with the VTX was it was sitting too close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these little things off. I'll just drop them in here for now. All right, and I'm going to get me a standoff. Okay. There we go. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now that done, the only thing left really is going to be to, well, I guess I took this off, but I guess I'm just going to go ahead and add it back on. So let me just twist this up. All right, we're going to come in from the inside here. Okay. So we'll do ground, 5 volt, and S-bus. All right. For this particular thing, I'm also going to use, uh-oh, boy, that sucker is just stuck. Well, I'll need to get another thing here. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Just gonna put this electric I got this liquid silicone on here that'll pretty much just dry like tape or glue or whatever, but it's definitely better because it can handle. Yeah, I'm looking for something to wipe it with. Here we go. Okay, so let's leave that like that for now, and we'll probably go over the wires here. I'll go over all the wires once we're done. I don't really use the hot glue anymore because it comes off too easy. So let me just, I think I can peel it up. I'll just leave it, maybe. Let me see. Mess with that too much. That looks like it's on there pretty solid. Okay, so at this point, let's go ahead and get the VTX. Get it plugged in. Get it placed where it needs to be, which is right here. And then what we'll do is we'll just take the screw, press it up, give it a couple turns so that that latches onto the fastener there. There you go. Oh man, did I get that stuff on me? I hate when that happens. I have to be more careful with that because that black stuff will get on everything. Okay. right, we got one more. There it is. I did it again. Okay, let's try one more time without getting that stuff. Okay, VTX is set. Wires are wound up. Tuck that in. Receiver wire set. We can put the camera wire back in. Before we close this up, we want to just test it all, make sure we have video and everything. So let's take out our screen. See if we can get any picture. Oh, look at that. We're good. Ah, there's me. All right, good. So we're good there. So I can power this off. We know everything's ready to go back together now. Now I'll test the rest of it here in just a minute, but the main thing is I want to make sure that I can put it back together now, right? So let's just give me a second here. There's that. Okay. So that being said, we can go ahead now and apply the silicone to the other areas, like right here. Okay, pull that back. There you go. And we'll check the rest of this here in just a minute. I want to do the motor wires too, but I will do that once I know we are 100% finished. All right, so we have the receiver. Now granted, it is missing some wiring on one of them, but for the purpose of this, we are going to leave it like that as it stands. And now let's get the long screws put back in, and we can, at the very least, get this put back together pretty quickly, and then plug it into Betaflight and see where we're at. It just doesn't seem like a very long screw, but I guess that's the. Yeah, I'm gonna replace this. This isn't long enough to get anything worth a darn. So let's go ahead and get some M3 here. I'll use a 16 mil. That should definitely be long enough. That might be too long now. Nope, it'll work. Take another one into the other side. And I just realized that I'm using the wrong standoff. So after all that, we're just going to take this one off because the camera goes here and I'm not thinking. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, let's take a moment, see if we can get this camera to move up just a little bit here. There we go, look at that, much better. Perfect, okay. Now we can do the rear standoffs. All right, we got one more to go. Okay. I don't think he gave me an antenna for this drone, so we're going to have to find one for him to go on his VTX, because he's obviously going to need one, but I need to reach out to him first and see, because I'm sure he's got it. He just must have fallen off when they were doing something, but that's not going to make a difference at this point. Right now, what I want to do is close this up and make sure that we get it tested. All right, so let's go ahead and put these screws in the top. And before anybody says anything about his antenna being cut, let me explain to you that these are students who, for the most part, are pretty much required to keep these within reach when they fly. The receiver itself is already set for very, very low range for that simple reason. So that's why I'm not focusing on, that's why I'm not worrying about it, because I do not want the students to be able to get too far, both vertical or horizontal. They can just stay within a range to test fly and make sure that they're proficient in their hovering and forward and back. And so I'm not going to worry about this, because in the range that they're supposed to stay in, there will not be a RLOS, so it is a moot point. Now, this is 100 times better than what it looked like when it came in, and we're still not done yet, but we must still test it once I get this last one on here. And then I also need to look at the bottom screws to see what clearance I have, because I have over here the screw does not go through, and over there the screw does not go through, and over here it does. So something tells me these screws are just too long, and they are. Holy moly, that's a long screw. All right, so something tells me this might be the right length screw, and it is. So this looks like it might be a 7mm screw, and the other ones look like they might be 9 or 10. So let me grab a 7 from here. Maybe it was an 8, actually. That could have been an 8. Yeah, I bet that's an 8. So we go 8. Let's get an 8. And let's get rid of this one. That gives the board an extra millimeter of clearance from touching any metal. So that's a significant amount of clearance, a significant amount of increase in clearance there. All right, so there's our drone now. Much cleaner, much cleaner actually. Everything is now arranged properly. We will get this for the student ready to go, but let's test it now, okay? So what we're gonna do is plug this into here, and then let's pop it into Betaflight. Oh, you know what? I left my data cable. 1 second. I forgot I took it into the other one. Give me 1 second. I'm going to borrow one from one of our student desks. Okay. And now let me plug this in. And I will share with you my screen here in just a second. Let's do a close here. Let's do a screen share, and then I can put on the screen. And just for giggles, let's see. So this is going to be 10. So I assume all these are going to be the same. So let's line them up. That one, I don't know why some of these look longer, but I guess not. This one, same. Yep. All those are 10, so let's put those back. I'm not going to use those. And we can get rid of all this here, this metal shavings, which we'll vacuum up. All right, let's plug into Betaflight. Okay, let's get the Betaflight screen up there for you guys to see. There we go. We're going to connect, reset, calibrate, make sure everything is set. So yes, yes, okay, perfect. Ports, everything is set up here. Yep, okay. Let's go to motors. Let's turn this on. All right, and then what if we got what they do here? So frequency, he didn't import the table, so that's one thing. So I'm going to go ahead and import the table here real quickly because I know we've got it handy. Where did I put it is the question. I think it might be here. Software downloads, is that connected? We'll see. I don't know if this is connected. It may not be connected. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. All right, well, while that's going nuts, taking forever. Oh, you know what? It's on. Hold on. Let me open the website real quick because I forgot that it is on our FPV Professor page. So when CycloneFPV comes up, let's go over here to the left. FPV Professor. There we go. And then let's go to the website. And then we will go to Drone Kits downloads. I forgot, you're supposed to right click and click Save Link As. And then we will save it right. Oh, I bet it's already here, isn't it? Wonderful. Well, I'll save it anyway. That's fine. So now we go to Betaflight, and then we'll load from file. And we'll take that file right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say band E, channel 5, power 25, and we're going to say save. Okay, and it says device is ready, so we know we're good there. So now when I turn this on, excellent. So we got all that working, and it should not interfere with our Wi-Fi. That's one of the most important things about it, is to make sure it doesn't interfere with our Wi-Fi. All right, let's go to motors now, and let's make sure that everything motors-wise is working. And so we're going to go ahead and arm it, and then run the master motor here. We got motor 1 to the right, motor 4 to the right, motor 3 to the left, motor 2 is wrong. So we're going to turn this off. Disconnect, go over to BL Heli. Do a quick read setup. And motor 2 is incorrect, so let's go to motor 2. Okay, and then let's do this, and let's put it back to normal. Click right setup. Okay, now one thing that, now that I see that, I'm not sure if anything's been done, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and do the entire calibration of the motor. So let's go to connect, motors. I believe we're running one shot 125 for these if he kept with the spool. Okay, turn it off, disconnect, BL Heli, reach setup. All right, now let's make sure everything is synchronized. So motor 1, 1012 and 2000, motor 2, 1012, 2004, so that needs to come down to 2000. Okay, motor 3, and 2004, bring that down, and then motor 4. Excellent. So let's put that, and then let's go ahead and right click on all of them again. Whoops, I mean left click, sorry. Remove the programming by TX and right setup. Awesome. Okay, now we can disconnect. Go back to Betaflight, go to motors, get ready to arm it, and make sure motor 1 spins motor 1. It's going to the right, motor 2 goes to the left, and it does. Motor 3 goes to the left, and it does. Motor 4 goes to the right, and it does. Perfect. This sucker is done. So if I go to receiver tab, that's right, S-Bus and everything else looks good. So I'm going to save, and now I'm going to turn off the power, and we are going to basically, this has been a huge success. So what we'll do now is let's just close it up, but let's go ahead. I said I was going to put that silicone on here, so I want to go ahead and just cover everything up. make sure everything stays well and protected. So let's just do this. This way the wires don't come off and the dirt doesn't get up in there, and you try not to get water in there. So there's one. There we go. Okay, 2. 3, and we also covered the S-bus there. Okay, there you go. Now we can pull that back. Clean this nozzle real quickly. Put a needle in there to hopefully keep it from drying out. There we go. Okay. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and do the antennas. And we will call it a day. Close this up. I just got to find some zip ties. But my desk is covered in hardware, so it's hard to find anything. Let me just grab some little ones. Grab these. All right. Oh, I guess we'll just keep it simple then here. My gosh, I'm like losing my mind. So this one was put in this way, like that. So this one should go, okay. I like to keep them consistent here, and for a second I kind of forgot what I did. All right. I think, you know what, I think I did it anyway. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to worry about it. It bothers me. I don't like that it's not the same, so we'll cut it. Some of the easiest things, I'm telling you. So, and guess what I'll do is just put it like this. There we go. There. Losing my mind sometimes, guys. It happens. Getting old. Getting old. Let me get some smaller zip ties, or some smaller heat shrink. I think these might fit pretty good. So let's just do this one here. And then let's do this one. It's a long wire. So all right, turn the heat gun on, and what we'll do is we'll heat this up. Having ours like that, it's a little extreme. Could have just been more of a V, but that's okay. All right, and there we go. This thing is good to go. I guess we can put the LiPo pad back on if we want to. All right. I don't know if that's going to stick actually, but we'll see. Yeah, looks good. All right, and there we go. Gentleman's quad is done, guys, and it is ready now to be flown again and go have some fun as a student. I'm really proud of these guys and Coach Stafford's class, entire Coach Stafford's class, for just how awesome they've done. They have done a superb job, and Coach Stafford has done an excellent job of teaching these kids. All right, and that pretty much does it for me for this build. So I'll be back here in a few minutes. We got a lot more work to do today. So I'll see you guys shortly. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can head over to our CycloneFPV website and use the contact us page. Please also, I just ask, please subscribe to my channel. My kids watch it. As far as they watch how many subscribers, they suck compared to like these big famous guys that make millions. But it's always fun. They always log in and say, dude, you got another subscriber, Dad, you got a couple more. So anyways, it means a lot to me. Thank you all very much. God bless, be safe. Most of all, guys, go spend time with your family. You never know how much time you have left. Go make the most of it. You can always fly later, okay? Talk to you soon, guys, and peace.